Hi. Give me a minute. You know I'm never ready for the start of a stream. But today, today we are going to be playing some Pokemon. Oh god, I swore I was more prepared. I apologize. Let me restart this. Hi everyone. Today we are going to be playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and because that won the poll in my Discord server, so that's what we'll be doing. But also I should mention too, we're using the Pokeball Plus because back in the day I bought the bundle that came with the Pokeball Plus, and not that I didn't enjoy my time with it, but I kind of started trailing off because I've still kind of burnt myself out on Pokemon. Basically, ever since Black 2. I kind of just haven't stuck with a Pokemon game long enough to to finish it. Which, like, I want to change, but I don't know. I just always get distracted. Um, but regardless, I mean, goodness knows, I tried to stream Pokemon Sword uh, years ago now, and not that I wasn't having a good time with it, but just I don't know. I got distracted. I got other things started taking priority, and it was like I kind of just dropped it. But um, I'm sure I'll get back to it at some point. And it's kind of same with this game, except I didn't stream this game. This was just one of those like, hey, this is fun, but like not particularly holding my attention. So like I kind of just trailed off. And that's why I want to stream it, because I want to finish it. Because I actually did think it was a very good game. Like I mean, it's basically a remake of Red and Blue, or I never understood why some people say Red and Green, because at least here in America there was only Red and Blue. So I feel like I would have heard more people just say Red and Blue, but whatever. Point is, I'm gonna be playing with the Pokeball controller, which my Pokeball controller is like it's not the controller itself is not broken, but the whatchamacallit, the plastic cover that like covers up the charging port is broken. And man, that thing was so flimsy. It broke day one. And I was very upset. Come on. Come on. I gotta figure out how to pair this thing. It has been so long since I've played this game, I don't even remember how you're supposed to sync up the Pokeball with the console. It's doing the flashing like it's expecting to, you know, be paired, but it's not pairing, and that bothers me. Gotta put the wrist strap on for safety. Does anybody remember? Hey, Structor, it is good to see you. Are you still in Germany, or did you make it home? Oh, you're back. So, final thoughts. God, it's gonna take me a minute. I apologize. Connecting the Pokeball Plus is more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Pairing new controllers. Oh, I might... No, it didn't have that, I thought. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me a second. Word of advice, don't fly internationally through Boston. Oh, really? Is it that bad? I generally don't fly through Boston. But I had a great time. I'm gonna miss the pretzels and croissants. Oh, you're making me jealous. I love pretzels and croissants. Croissant. Okay. Maybe? No. But maybe, though? Oh boy. Sorry. This is gonna be like half the stream right here, I think, just making the Pokeball Plus controller work. Emerald, yes! I did. I said Pokemon because we're doing Pokemon. We are going to be playing Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which, to my memory, people... Oh, there we go. Okay. It's connected. Right? They made me do passport control, then TSA again, and then the German airline didn't have my... Oh, God. Yeah. That sounds infuriating, I'm sorry. Hello? Pokeball Plus controller. Or Pokemon. Well, yeah. I'm excited. I remembered I had a good time with what I played of this. I just kind of trailed off because I'm still a little bit burnt out on Pokemon. Oh, hi Fidget. Yes, that is an adorable emote. I love it. I was legitimately worried I'd miss my connecting flight to San Diego because there's... Oh, really? Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that's why you leave a long layover. Although, I guess if you made it, you did leave enough time. But yes, hi Fidget, hi Structure, hi Emerald, how are you all doing? I'm sorry, I'm legitimately right now just trying to figure out why my Pokeball controller won't connect to my Switch. And I don't understand. Because there are 2 buttons on this thing. 2 weeks will be very busy for me. Why so? Is it because of the Switch 2 launch? I'm just kidding. Maybe they should give you a warning when you book it. Like, are you sure you don't like it? I mean, yeah. Pretty much. But that's just Boston for you. Why is that? You know, I'm sorry. I might have to look this up. Give me a minute. But I already attached the wrist strap and it's so tight. Okay. Does that mean it's connected? No. It just made a noise. My controller's making a noise, so that's good. Okay. Oh, I have to start. I see. I have to actually start the game before it will let me pair the controller. That's weird. This is very weird. Okay, hold on, sorry, I'm still juggling a couple of things, but... On June 14th, I'm gonna go to Amber's wedding. Oh, ooh, that'll be fun! I hope you have a good time. Would have been worse if I had a checked bag. You have to pick up from the baggage claim. Oh god, yeah, that would have been worse. Usually I fly out of, like, Chicago or whatever whenever I fly, like, internationally. Imagine that. Oh yeah, I can easily imagine it. There we go. Okay. I got it working. Hi. It's good to see everyone. Now that that's been settled, the little plastic piece broke off of my Pokeball Plus. I could reattach it with like some glue, I'm sure, but I've been too lazy to do that. Press the control stick to confirm. Cool. Yes, that's how I have the Pokeball Plus controller. Yeah, I'm very happy for her, and I hope that it's a good time. For my flight, I went San Diego to San Francisco, then San Francisco to Frankfurt. That's not ideal because the second leg is so long. Yeah. Eevee came out of my TV! Ah! Sorry. Okay, now I can get rid of some of these cables. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I played this on my original Switch, and this is the OLED I'm playing on now, so... You know. Don't have my save file. Because they don't do cloud saves for Pokemon games. I don't know how to, like, hold this thing. I guess like this, so you can press the top button, but then also use the stick. But my other hand is just totally free. I could do whatever. I could be slapping myself. Some keep them as companions, quote unquote. I'm gonna sacrifice your starter. Hi Prog, it's good to see you, Precious Bean. Imagine if Pokemon could actually... Yeah, I know, right? That was like everyone's dream whenever like Pokemon hit it big. Everyone wanted a real Pokemon. Hold Beef with that hand? I would love to, but Beef's not here. And also, Beef's a pretty big boy. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. I mean, I guess I'll go with the default Dan over here. What's my name? You know, I still haven't thought about what I would name my partner. No, not... it's gonna take me a minute to get used to this. No! Not Snatto. A... D... O... W, okay. We can type. Should I use Ishmael? Call me Ishmael. But I want to be Shadow. My brother was really happy with the mustard I brought him that was recommended. Oh, ooh! Very cool. Yeah, who's my rival? Gun. Gun Soldier number 43, whoever shot Maria. Super pirate. No, what would I name my rival? Part of me wants to say Sonic, but I don't necessarily see them as rivals. Rival 271. Oh man. The temptation. Oh, you bring up a good point. Unnamed rival. Like, unnamed goose game. If I did Groovy or Wool. Volgroovy. There we go, perfect. They're teaming up against me. It's Groovy and Vol when they do the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance. Who would also... Yeah, who would have been funny, but I feel like people do that enough already, you know? Because, yeah, right? That guy. It's a Nintendo Switch, it's connected to the TV. I want to undock my Switch, though. Thank goodness it's not a Switch Lite. It's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. You know what? Even better. I fuse Vol and Groovy together to form Volgroovy. Up and at 'em. Volgroovy Morning Shadow. I'd probably be very sarcastic. What's going on? You've got one weird look on your face. That guy is too based. Are you doing this? That guy. Like you. Whatever your name is, you. Hold on. Why did my... Oh god. My Discord should have gone into streamer mode, and it didn't. And I don't understand why. So hold on. Okay. It's too based. Thank you. Thank you for lurking, Vol. Vol, listen to me. I'm thinking too much about this now. Thank you, Prog, for lurking. I appreciate you. You're heckin' precious and wonderful. Talk to you later. I couldn't wait any longer, so I came to get you. The fact that it's in all cap... Oh, I could have not capitalized it. Oh, whoops. This is my bad. Finally gonna get our first Pokemon from Professor Oak and become real trainers. Oh, but before we do... You read the email I sent you yesterday, right? You better have. Check your computer if you did. I'm sorry I left you on red. I'm gonna book it to Professor Oak's lab, so see you there. Thanks, Volgroovy. There's an email from Volgroovy. Hey, Shadow. Here's what you need to know as a trainer, because you're a pleb. Press the A button and you can talk to all kinds of people. If you tilt the control stick more, you can run. Plus, if you open the main menu by pressing the X button, you can save your progress too. Boy, I can't wait to get started. Can you? Thank you, Volgroovy. Yeah. Yeah, my spam filter was a little aggressive. Does that ever actually happen to anyone? I feel like spam filters have gotten pretty good nowadays. 4 boys walking down a set of railroad tracks. Is that a reference to a movie? I genuinely don't know. There's nothing inside. Hi, Mom! Off you go to Professor Oak's lab. No, he didn't jump. Yeah. It's the professor to give you 2 of the Pokemon. The 2 of you Pokemon of your own, didn't he? Later, Mom. This basically is how I felt when I first played Pokemon Red back in the day. Like, I know this is the first game that came out, like, after Pokemon Go, so they added, like, Pokemon Go mechanics and whatnot, but I thought it was good. You already chose one. Oh, Shadow, Professor Oak isn't here. You think those Pokeballs hold the Pokemon you and I are supposed to get? Can't wait to get mine. Well, where the fuck is he? He's the authority on Pokemon. Only this is much better than Pokemon Go. I'd say it's just different. The thing is, I liked Pokemon Go. Like, when it was at the height of its popularity, and also, why, I just noticed my stream has a thing. Why is it doing that? Sorry, I don't know why my stream was doing that. But, like, when it was at the height of its popularity, it was a ton of fun to, like, connect with people and be like, oh yeah, I found a Dratini nest over there, or like, oh man, look at this Pokemon, I got a shiny. Like, that was fun. I actually really fondly look back on those times. It's just, you know. Oh, hi Shadow, looking for Volgroovy? He went to pick you up. Did you miss each other? He said he was going to Professor Oak's lab with you. Oh, that's right, I have to actually try walking to the grass, and then Professor Oak comes out and he's like, no, no, no. My good Pidgey, thank you for the help. I think you understand you all... I think I understand you all a bit better now, thanks to this. Ah, if it isn't Shadow. I'm not very good at imitating Professor Oak, I apologize. Oh, of course, I promised to give you and Volgroovy your Pokemon today, didn't I? Well, in any case, why don't we head over to... What's this? Eevee! I gotta punch the Eevee! Thank you, Emerald. I appreciate it. I surely wouldn't have expected an Eevee to appear around here. But since the Pokemon has presented it, since the opportunity has presented itself, why don't we practice some Pokemon catching? You just have to throw your Pokeball and try and land it on a wild Pokemon for the chance to catch it. But I'm not using a Joy-Con. Oh man, if I were a kid, I would have gone nuts for this. Because this is like the Pokeball before you click the button that like makes it a full-size one. That was a pretty fine performance for a first-timer, my boy. Why don't you pick up that Pokeball and give the Eevee you caught a name? Since I'm not allowed to just name it Eevee. Nah. Now that's a lively Pokemon if I've ever seen one. Technically, in canon Pokemon rules, if it's too lively, it can't be caught, but we're doing this for plot convenience. Sorry, I just realized I forgot my water. Hey, wait, come back. Because I need me some agua. Professor Oak! Those Pokeballs there, I swear there were only 2 a second ago, but now there are 3! A perfectly reasonable reaction, my boy. You see, one of them is an Eevee that Shadow caught just now, so you should probably return it to him. I mainly just never traveled much, so I never bothered doing it. That's fair. It's just, when it was new, like, you basically wanted to go out to, like, find new gyms and new stops and stuff, so, like, to me, that was special. But it was, like, a time and place thing. Nowadays, it's not the same. It's still good in its own way, but just not as ideal to me. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, how interesting. Well, my boy, this is it. Take that Pokeball and keep a good hold of it this time. Firmly grasp it! Aw. What a good Eevee. No. No. So cute. Reminds me of Beef. Beef has to sniff everything. Like, if you present your hand to Beef, he has to sniff it. What a strange Pokemon indeed. It sure doesn't seem to like staying in one place. It looks as though it's taken a shine to you, Shadow. Why not give it a name? Eevee's so cute, really though. I'm gonna name it Partner 271 in reference to my Mystery Dungeon streams. And thus, Partner 271's adventure continued. Professor, I choose this one. Got a Pikachu. Well, screw you, buddy. I wanted the Pikachu. It's really cute. Pikachu is just what I wanted. Sure it is. For a new trainer to catch their first Pokemon themselves, I've never seen such a thing. Why is that so ridiculous? It contains a Pokemon. What Pokemon, though? Oh, just one more thing. Now that you two are setting out as trainers, I'd like to ask your help with something. Take this with you on your journeys. Would this be a prequel or a sequel for their story? I feel like it would be a sequel, because for it to be a prequel would imply that, like, Partner 271 got away from Shadow to do the events of Mystery Dungeon. What is that thing, Professor? This is a Pokédex that I've designed. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught, and it makes an entry for each. It's an extremely high-tech tool. Not like those smartphones you have all the time with you. Shadow and Volgroovy, I want you each to take one with you. Alright, smell you later, nerd. You'll find you can't get a very detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch a Pokemon to gather the most complete data. Make a complete guide to all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream! Even though it's not technically possible because they keep coming out with new regions with new Pokemon. But I'm an old man now, too old to get the job done myself. So I want you young trainers to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Pokedex, huh? We're gonna meet so many Pokemon, this keeps getting better and better. I'm setting out now. Smell you later, Shadow. Shadow, you should do the same. If you think you're ready, that is. Was there no battling in this game? Because this would have been where your rival, like, challenges you to your first Pokemon battle. And I remember it was the most boring battle always, because it's like, you only have, like, Scratch and Growl. I'm waiting for... Yeah, I know, right? Oh, how cute! Is this the one you got from the professor? No, this is one I caught myself. What? You caught it yourself? That's amazing! What should I call your new friend? Partner 271? It's a lovely Pokemon. My, how energetic. I suppose that means you two will be setting off on an adventure today, right? Is the whole plot supposed to be, like, over one day? I thought this day might come soon, so I planned ahead and got this for you. Return, yes! Yeah. I think what I'm going with is that this is a sequel to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Like, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon happens, Partner 271, you know, saves the Pokemon world with Super Shadow 271, and then Shadow catches Partner 271, and Partner 271 takes a liking because it reminds of, you know, Super Shadow. Safe travels, dear. You and Partner 271 be good to each other. Mom was just waiting to... Yeah. God, what is this, real life simulator? Shadow somehow figured out to be... Well, I was going with, like, this is a different person who is also named Shadow. That's why Partner didn't recognize me, but, like, took a liking to me. That is cool. I do like that. The kid inside of me is very, very happy. Cool. Is there really no battling, though? I don't remember now. It's so cool. Sorry, I can't help. I can't help but be amazed by technology. Quick attack. Okay, well, so then there is battling, and I'm just forgetting now. Cool. Rattata. I need a Rattata. It's like my Rattata's in the top percentage of Rattatas. Props to anyone who knows that reference. Sweet. I'm gonna eat this Pokeball! No, even if I let go of it, it's not going anywhere. Just like real rats. Pixel! Hey! For one thing, no you, and for two, yeah, I got my haircut a couple days ago. Almost a week ago now, I think. My sense of time is just so off. I'm so excited for the Switch 2 that, like, my whole instincts of time is just gone. But yes, everyone give Pixel a hug, because Pixel is heckin' precious. Ah, Viridian City. Viridian Forest in the original Red, like, has a very low percentage chance to find a Pikachu, and I always, like, I stayed in that forest until I found one. I just got some Japanese curry for lunch. I have a ton of pouches of it. Oh, nice. Was it good? I hope so. Is there a reason you owned Let's Go Eevee over Pikachu? I don't know. I just love Eevee. I suppose there isn't really another reason. I must know Professor Oak, right? I've got a delivery for him, but I can't leave the Pokemart unattended. Can you take this back to Professor Oak for me? It's good, although the hot version is... Really? That's funny. I feel like spicy stuff I get from, like, Japan is usually pretty spicy. But then again, maybe I'm just a weakling. My Shadow, back so soon? How's little Eevee doing? Who's your typical... Charmander, always. I'm always a fire starter Pokemon type, except for Gen 4, where I go with Turtwig. And it's because I don't like monkeys very much. Goodness me, Eevee seems like it's really come to be a true partner to you. They're always a fart. You know... I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words today. I think you've got what it takes to become a great Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? I only ever beat Leaf Green with Squirtle. That's fair. I always do fire-type starters, though. Torchic and, I forgot all the others. Fennekin. You know, they're just always fire. That's so cool. Eevee just rides on you like that? Ah, now we have Volgroovy as well. What fine timing. I got pretty far with Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's kind of the meta, really. I didn't know that there was a meta. At least in that sense. Like... But Squirtle is the one chosen most often for speedruns. Really? Great, I've been starving. I'll stop you right there, son. Those berries are for the Pokemon to eat, not you. When you catch a Pokemon, try throwing one of those at your target before you take a Pokeball in hand. You'll find that wild Pokemon will be so happy to have a berry to nibble on that they'll become much easier for you to catch. It's not bad against the fourth one. Yeah, I just always did Charmander. I thought Charizard was the coolest evolution. Although Blastoise is certainly very cool. Cyndaquil and Torchic. Yeah, I know there was Fennekin, and there was Litten, right? I think it's Litten. Is Gary not Groovy? Is you have fun either way. His name is not Groovy, though. His name is Volgroovy. As for me, I want to catch tons of different Pokemon. I want to train them up to be strong, too. Gen 1 Charmander is the hard mode, kind of like how Chikorita is the hard mode in Gen 2. Really? That's such a shame, too, because I always did Charmander. Wait up, come on, Shadow. You know you can do more with Pokemon than just catch them, right? If you're a trainer, you can have Pokemon battles with other trainers too. I'll show you exactly what I mean. It's battle time. It's Vol and Groovy when I Yu-Gi-Oh! Polymerized them together. You are challenged by Pokemon trainer Vol Groovy. Go, partner! Yeet! I like that you just throw your partner. Sounds like something Vol and or Groovy would say. I think it's because Brock is the first gym leader. I guess, yeah. It was never enough of a problem for me to really think that hard about it. When it comes to Pokemon, I am what you call the Unga Bunga style. Legitimately, every Pokemon game I've ever played, I get rid of and I know every Pokemon veteran is gonna hate me for this, but like Tail Whip and Growl and shit, I always get rid of those, whatever does damage. That's what I choose. Bronk and then Misty, it's kind of rough for fire types. Oh, yeah, I guess so, but I also never really relied on Charmander super hard, so it never really affected me who I started with, you know? Maybe for news. That's right, now give me $120 for winning. After that is Surge, so Squirtle is bad, but Bulbasaur resists electricity. Oh. Yeah, I always relied more on what I would catch up to that point, so I feel like your starter Pokemon didn't really affect that, you know? Oh, jeez. There I went mouthing off like I knew everything. Yeah, you don't, Volgroovy. Then I lost. How embarrassing. If I were Vol and or Groovy, I would be embarrassed. Just kidding. Potential hot take, Detective Pikachu is still the best video game movie IMO. The references are a lot less forced than the... Yeah. Yeah. I guess I would agree with you. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's between Detective Pikachu and Super Mario Brothers, but either way, it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. Let's battle again sometime. I always will find it funny that you rob people of money even after they basically kill you. Yeah. You just bully little kids into giving you huge amounts of money. So I feel like the main character goes through a better arc than Mario does. Yeah. That's fair. For me, like, the Mario movie was what I wanted out of a Mario movie, which was, like, fun. You know? I wasn't necessarily there for, like, exactly how it would play out. I just enjoyed it, you know? You don't bully for lunch money, you bully for rent money, yeah. And let me tell you, that's a lot worse. Well, just look at Eevee, you two are already looking like great partners. I've got the perfect little gift for you for such a great team. Here, take this. You're my friend's mom. Oh, your friend's big sister. Excuse me. You put the sportswear in your clothing trunk. Of course, you can always catch Pokemon along the way to counter gyms, and you can kind of cheese Brock with Metal Claw and Fire Red and Leaf Green. Yeah, that's what I did. That's why I never really realized that Charmander was hard mode or whatever. Prices in Pallet Town are crazy, I know, right? Everyone wants to be in Pallet Town. Charmander gets Metal Claw pretty early. Oh, really? Huh. You can pet partner by placing your hand on it. Press the ZR button or the A button to pet the spot your hand is on. Y button centers your hand. What? Oh, okay. I can't, okay. Aww. Oh, I'm sorry, Eevee. There we go. There we go. Why is he named Partner 271? Because that's what I named my partner in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, who was an Eevee. I do, as a matter of fact. Because I bought the bundle back in the day that came with it. And a funny story, I actually have like 3 of these controllers, because when I worked at Target, they went on clearance, and they were like $10 each. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get Pokeball Pluses for super cheap. Now, how do I leave? Okay. Seems like Eevee wants to play. Don't forget to show us some love from time to time. Do you have the room to throw? I do. I've already caught several Pokemon. And also, I have wrist strap and finger accessory things, so nothing bad will ever happen. Surprised you have enough room with that. Instructor? Trainer's eyes have met. I'll battle you with my favorite Pokemon. Don't kick the shit out of it, please. Well, Sans isn't here yet. If Sans says something about the totes, I might just ban the word totes. Considering how good this game was, I wonder why Game Freak has such a hard time with more recent Pokemon. The thing is, a lot of people don't like this game. So, you saying how good this game was, I don't know. I thought it was good, but also I'm the type of freak that didn't really, like, care that it's not the graphical powerhouse of the generation. Tote goats? Well then maybe people should stop bringing up totes, so that way it doesn't get banned. And also, like, why do you think that look how far back I have to reach before I can even touch the edge of this? Like, it's not... Yeah, give me $60, kid. Well, didn't like this game? Why? Fine, it's fine, it's perfectly serviceable. That's... I don't know, you can look it up, but, like, they didn't like the Pokemon Go catching mechanics. They thought it looked ugly. They didn't like that it was a remake of a game that already had a remake. You have toads stacked in your room, Pixel. We're gonna have... Don't push it. Didn't say that because I thought you would actually run out of room. I just wanted to say totes. Well, I am considering banning the word totes. Huh? You look pretty pleased about something, Shadow. Oh, you beat another trainer. Good job, loser. Well, since we're on the topic, Pokemon you sent into battle might have lost some HP or PP. You should take them to the Pokemon Center and get healed up. It doesn't cost any money and it doesn't take long at all either. Just remember, heal up after battles. They thought catching shinies was too easy, no easy buttons in Pokemon games. And, you know, also people didn't like that the motion controls were kind of forced in. Because, like, you can't just play, or at least to my memory, you can't play with buttons. You do genuinely at least have to, like, throw your Joy-Con or whatever. Your favorite Pokemon is Rattata, kid? Oh, well, yeah, I know, right? Kid, you need to get some better tastes. Find another Pokemon, my guy. I have to come up with clever euphemisms to get it right. I will ban every word you try and come up with. Weren't happy with Nintendo for it. I see, that's the thing. To me, it was like, to me it was like, I mean, yeah, I'm not like, I'm not as enthused about motion controllers as I was when the Wii came out or anything, but I wasn't like that opposed to them. So like when everyone was going like, oh god, I have to shake the controller, I was like, so what, man? I like goats, you have to ban everything. So yeah, well, I'll do it then. Don't think I won't. Don't test me. Thought of the same word. Yeah. I'm here to sell. How much will an Eevee get me? No, not that many. The like weird way I have to hold this, it doesn't feel natural for me. Can't say that. Yeah. If you keep pushing, I might push back. Oh hell yeah, Premier Ball. I forget, how do I how do I open up the menu? Cool. Okay, so I think shake the controller is the X button. Oh, yeah. Aw, very cute. Yeah, Viridian Forest, I genuinely, as a kid, spent a shitload of time there just trying to catch a Pikachu. There were several times, too, where, like, I would encounter one and it just wouldn't catch, and that was agony. When he's riding on you, that's super cute. It's an Oddish. Are Oddishes that heavy? That thing's shorter than a Bellsprout. Why would that be too heavy? Yeah, you can be pleased now, but I'm definitely not keeping you in my party. To be fair, I mainly watch the game and not care about the face cam all that much. See, that's the thing. That's why, like, all this talk of totes is bothering me, because it's like, why are you paying attention to this? Like... I feel like people were really hard on Game Freak this generation. They were pressed from both sides of people. Mad about Dexit, mad about the lack of polish. Yeah, and like, here's the thing. My position has always been that graphics are the least important parts of a video game. So like, to me, the fact that Pokemon looked ugly wasn't an issue. For me, it just... like, the biggest thing to upset me about Pokemon was when Scarlet and Violet launched with a ton of, like, bugs and shit. That was when I was like, that's not good. You should fix that. But, like, when Sword and Shield was coming out and people pointed out that one tree with, like, low textures, I was like, I don't care, man. I've always been blame Nintendo. I'm very well aware of that. But like, that's the thing. I'm the type of guy who enjoys Atari 2600 games still. I clearly don't care about, like, cutting-edge graphics and, you know, Fong shading or whatever. Whoops. So, like... What? Oh, yeah, I have to get ready. So, like, for me, it's less about how a game looks and more about how a game plays. Because, like, there are plenty of games that are hideous if you look at them, but, like, play very well. and those are far more interesting to me. Because, it was actually, I think, Modern Warfare 3? The original Modern Warfare 3, not the new one. But, when I was younger and people were going like, this game looks so beautiful and it's so realistic and oh my god, like the graphics, and I remembered thinking to myself, like, even if it is really that impressive visually, it's not going to stay that way. And then what happens is you have a game that, you know, won't be fun to play and also is ugly. Graphics, I know. Well, that's the thing, right? If you were to release a game like Modern Warfare 3 now, people would be like, this game's so ugly. And it's like, yeah, so what was the point of you know, putting all that time and effort into polishing the graphics if it's like it's just gonna be better later? That's why, oh gosh. The Bit Wars thing. Yeah, and like, I do place a distinction between those two, because like, Bit Wars did have an impact. Like, clearly 8-bit and 16-bit had a very big difference, because like, of the amount of colors you could have on screen. Like, that in itself, I'm willing to be like, okay, yeah, there is some merit to talking about it. But like, once you get to like the PS2 to PS3 kind of era, then it stops being about how good a game looks and just more about its style. Like, I think Wind Waker to this day looks beautiful, because it wasn't trying to be super realistic and whatever. It has this sort of like nautical, you know, Islander kind of cel-shaded aesthetic that still holds up to me. yeah, Atari had 64 bits. But, because that Jaguar got them 64-bit, do the math. But yeah, like, I you know, even during that time, I would still say how a game plays is more important than the graphics, but just... Do I have a Pidgey? I think I do. So the best version of Doom. I do, you know what's funny? Oh gosh, I think it was limited run. At like PAX East or something, someone had a booth set up for dental exams, and the reason they did is because the mold for the Atari Jaguar was used for dental machines, and so somebody actually tracked down one of those machines. So it's like an Atari Jaguar, but you could examine people's mouths with them. And Sega tried to say, did they really? I don't remember that. But, you know, okay, here's another thing that's crossed my mind a lot lately. It's that I am always more impressed by a game doing more with less than doing more with more. That actually doesn't sound right. Like, Resident Evil 2 on the N64 is super crazy impressive to me because it like was considered impossible by many people. But like a situation where it's like, oh, look at how amazing Crysis looks on this like workstation PC. It's like, well, no shit. Of course, you have a monster powering that thing. Of course, it's gonna look good. But like, that's not all that impressive to me. You know what I mean? RE2 was... Yes! So, funny story. RE2 was a game people thought could not work on the Nintendo 64 because, like, I forget what file sizes exactly, but RE2 took up so much more space because it was on a CD, and it was on multiple PS1 CDs, and it's like, how do you compress that to a single N64 cartridge? And people were like, you can't do it. But not only did they manage to get Resident Evil 2 working on the N64, but in some ways it's actually an improvement over the PlayStation version because of like certain audio improvements and stuff. And like, it might have had drawbacks in other ways, but that's super impressive to me that you could do that. Like, the fact that you could get that at all was crazy to me. Which is why, like, whenever I see, like, oh, look at how beautiful the new Call of Duty is, and it's like, well, yeah, it's taking up, like, a terabyte of space and running on a PC that's, like, $3,000. Of course it'll look good, but that's not impressive to me. You know what I mean? Can it run Crysis? Yeah, well... The RE2 remake was fun to watch. Yeah, I know a lot of people like the RE2 remake. I haven't played it yet, but I hear good things. But just the idea, I want to eventually own RE2 on N64 because to me it's such a miracle that game exists at all. But truly impressive how it plays at infinite FPS. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like... It's the same thing with remakes to me. Have you ever heard people be like, oh, this is the game the developers would have made if they had the technology? And it's like, well, yeah, no shit. I would make a very different game if I had access to the Starship Enterprise, but I don't. Like, I love the RE2 remake, but I want to play the OG as well, which I don't remember if I own. I do own the original on PS1. And I own the GameCube version, but I want the N64 version. Because that, to me, is a miracle to exist. And also, Structor, didn't you say your dad maybe worked on that version, or like knew the team that worked on that version? Because if I remember correctly, Angel Studios had something to do with the OG or the director's cut and which DC. For RE2, I didn't think there was a director's cut of RE2. Meanwhile, more RE5 remake. Yeah, I wonder if they will. No, surprisingly, I don't have RE1. There are a lot of PS1 games I don't have, because PS1 collection is crazy expensive. I don't think he worked on that team. I don't remember if I asked him before. Yeah, well, I'd be curious to know, because to me, if he did work on it, he's some kind of miracle worker to me. RE5 make, but even more problematic. Yeah, right? You think they'll ever do an RE6 remake? I wonder. Also, I really just don't have much interest in the RE4 remake. Probably not. Yeah, that's fair. RE6 probably not? Yeah. It's too recent even now, they wouldn't remake much of it. Yeah, I mean, but you also think about it and it's like, if it's recent enough, technically you can reuse more, so it might be cheaper to make. And there are people who say it's a good game. I mean, you know, they're not the majority, but they're people. I'll remake RE7 instead. I'm so sad that they gave up porting the VR version of RE7 to PC, because they said they would. And I was like, if you said you would, just do it. Alright, but they can say it all they want. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You can absolutely be entitled to your opinion, but your opinion can be wrong. that's all I'm saying. I haven't played... I've basically only played RE4. I hear that there could be an RE... Yeah, to my understanding, RE9 has been in development for a while. Yeah, that sucks. I played it as neat. Almost. Yeah, see, that's why I was like, just bring it to PC then. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to make it the Super Deluxe Edition or anything. Just you said you would. You're a Nintendo fan. You're stabbing. Jeez, Pixel. Tell me how you really feel. God damn! Why is this Caterpie so stupid? Screw you, Caterpie! There. There we go. World's strongest Caterpie. I know. Why did he and especially because the circle was green, which is supposed to mean he's, like, easy to catch. Why did he resist so many times? There's a VR mod for it, so maybe they don't need to. I mean, it's not a matter of, like... I mean, yeah, I have no doubt somebody made a mod to do it, but just... It just feels slimy to be like, yeah, fans have it covered. You know what I mean? Like, fan support is something that, like, it's super cool to have, but I feel like should never be relied upon. Kind of like with Bethesda games, where it's like, no doubt, there are tons of mods that make Bethesda games super fun, but, like, I don't believe... I believe the game should, you know, stand up on its own. Mods for everything. Yeah, no, I mean, there is. It's just... Oh, whoops. No, I didn't... Ah. No, no, no. Yes, exit the tutorial. There's no way to make it It makes... I disagree, but it's one of those things where you still need to have the framework of something fun. Like, it's why Starfield, like, the people that abandoned Starfield, it's like, because it didn't have the framework there to be fun. Yeah, you know, mods could have improved things, but, like, you need to have the skeleton there at least. Right, Tom Howard. But I feel like Starfield is the example I mean, where it's like, hey, if you don't make a game that people want to support, then you can't rely on a mod to make it better or whatever. Even a company as beloved as Bethesda, like, if they make a bad game, it's you know, it's not going to be made up for. The fans aren't going to pick up the slack, you know? Versus these bug catcher kids. Yeah, pretty much. Because, yeah, dear Lord Bethesda. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, Skyrim was fun even if you didn't mod it. I mean, granted, I think Skyrim could have been, or it generally is, a lot more fun with mods. Oh, Pikachu! If they, that's all they make. I disagree. I think their games are fun. They're just not, you know. What's the word I'm looking for, even? They're just not all that different. Let's see, writing opinion? What? Oh, wrong opinion. Okay. Look, maybe I am wrong, but I do enjoy Bethesda games. But, like, only once in a while. Like, I beat Skyrim, and that was the first Bethesda game I actually beat, because I never played Bethesda games in a way that was fun. But it was like, once I actually got into it, I enjoyed it. And like, it's you know, it's kind of like what Yahtzee said. I forget which review it was. Sorry, this quote of his is something like, yeah, you know, fan stuff is the sprinkling of cinnamon on a, you know, on a porridge soup or whatever, but when you rely on, maybe it was Little Big Planet, but when you rely on user-made content and stuff, then it's like eating cinnamon straight from the jar. Beedrill, no! It's huge? Why is this Pokemon huge? Beedrill! Beedrill! It's huge. You know, my parents have a joke about hockey interviews. Like, whenever you see an interview with a hockey player on like TV or anything, the answer to any question they can ask is always, it's huge. Like, oh, how important was that goal that you just scored in that period? Oh, I mean, it was huge. You know, it was super important. Like, oh, how nice does it have to, you know, to have your teammate back in the lineup? Oh, it's huge. It's See, this is what I mean. I'm gonna remove Growl, because it doesn't deal damage. That is my brand of Pokemon. Amazing. Oh my god. I get it. Everyone leveled up, I get it. I know. How big was that loss you guys? Oh, it was huge. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like every question they ask is always answered by, oh, it's huge. And it technically applies to other sports too, but just since we're a hockey family, we always notice it about hockey. But like, if you watch sports interviews with, like, you know, any player, it'll be like, oh, you know, how are you, you know, how are you doing? Like, how was that field goal you just kicked? Oh, it's huge. It's really going to affect the game. How important was that block? Oh, it's huge. Someone what? What did I do? What did I say? What did Babada? Wait, there are Bulbasaur in this forest? Is that what she... Really? That's a change. Because it used to be only Caterpie, Weedle, Kakuna, Rattata, and Pikachu. Oh, the crazy leveling. Yeah, I know. Oof. It was like, I get it. Triple starter? Can you imagine? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I get it. Hello, Beedrill. You have my Spanx. Please give them. Yes. I remember. You have my Spanx. They added starters to certain sections. I think Charmander is Mount Moon. Really? That's interesting. I wonder why. You can't punk out on a battle if you're a real Pokemon trainer. Oh, well, sorry. Bugcatcher Doug. The famous Doug screen. So you can catch them? I mean, I assumed the whole reason of the dual release was so that way, like, you had to trade. Just... What? I don't remember that at all. What? What? I'm like, oh. Hello. Bulbasaur. Star Wars reference. Now, you may be asking to yourself, Shadow, if you didn't really enjoy Skywalker Saga that much, why did you 100% it? I don't know. But I did. So Star Wars is on the brain right now. Usually the starters are at the beginning of the game, but they replace them with Eevee. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Fair enough. But I was like, what was wrong with the old way, where it was, you know, you had to trade? Because he wanted the platinum trophy, the platinum trophy that you get on Steam. Is that what it is? Why am I still playing this shit 100%? I mean, kinda. Just pick up the goddamn potion. I mean, it wasn't that bad a game or anything, but it was definitely, like... It was, like, a game where I sat down and I was like, why am I still playing this? Why am I bothering? Yeah, what about that random third one? I wonder if they actually programmed in which Pokemon that is. Based it off of Yellow, though I don't know why Eevee was an option. Yeah, well, I guess they had to do the dual release thing, and it's like, if you're gonna have Pikachu, then what do you do for, you know, for the other version? It's like, well, you give them a different popular Pokemon. And apparently Eevee is popular. Wasn't that bad a game, it was just the worst thing I've ever played. The PS3, no. No, really, it was not that bad. But also, you know, despite the fact that they did a lot to, like, make it look like a different game from their usual LEGO game output, it really didn't feel all that different. Which was interesting. It was like, it really did just feel like a traditional LEGO game, but with like a third-person camera instead of over the head. It was made by the same people who made Sonic 3D Blast, that's true. Which, I feel like that game gets so much hate, and I love that game. Would convince you to 100% stream... No, 0. No, that's not true. Everyone has their price. For me, it would just be very high. So is the one Pokemon that you're... like, Vin... Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, when this game came out, they did, like, an interview asking about, like, why Eevee, and they were like, well, we did, like, a poll or whatever, and it turned out Eevee was, like, super popular, so... Saturn or the Genesis version. Look, the Saturn version is cool, too, but, it feels like whenever anyone talks about, Sonic 3D Blast, they're like... Yeah, it's cool graphically, but it just sucks gameplay-wise. And I was like, I had so much fun with it when I was young. I still do. I still replay that game. The music was so true. Instructor, did I tell you about Game Hut? So the co-founder of Traveler's Tales started a YouTube channel, and he called it the Game Hut. And he detailed a bunch of different technical things in some of the games he worked on. And apparently, the music for Sonic Adventure 1, Pleasure Castle it's called, which is in the Twinkle Park second section, was originally intended to be the special stage music in Sonic 3D Blast. You're tasting gaming as an adult? How dare you? Are you just giving me all sorts of sauce today? Jeez. Did you ever play I have not. I don't even, you know what? I don't even know if I own Twinsanity. I own what's the other one? It's on PS2. I think it's Wrath of Cortex. I might be mixing that up with another. Made a bit of it. It was fun from what I remember. I watched a video about, actually I think it was What Happened? About Crash Twinsanity. It's actually kind of interesting. Played Wrath of Cortex a little, didn't really like it, right? Wrath of Cortex is awful. Yeah. More like Wrath of Loading Screens. The music in Wrath of Cortex was incredible. I haven't listened to it. Thank you, Volgroovy. You know there's a Pokemon gym up this way, right, Shadow? Yeah, I get it, Volgroovy, jeez. You can battle against the gym leader there, and he's seriously strong. If you want to get stronger, you definitely gotta try to take him on. They actually made a revision of Wrath of Cortex. Really? Interesting. Ha, geez, partner 271. You're ready for a good battle too, huh? Who wouldn't be? Alright then, you're making me want to cheer you guys on too, so take these. Free Pokeballs? Oh, potions. Okay. That works too. Thanks for sharing your prize money. I won't be returning the favor. They couldn't make the rest of the game better. Jeez. I actually have Wrath of Cortex sealed. Of course, the problem doesn't exist on GameCube or Xbox. Probably got it on PS2. Yeah. Well, the PS2 was the weakest hardware of that generation. You kids are playing your Nintendo Switches. How dare you? You should be playing Game Boys. Other than the Dreamcast. Well, my understanding was that the Dreamcast is harder to, like, compare because it handles polygons differently. I forget the technical explanation, but, like, the Dreamcast doesn't do traditional frustum culling like other systems do. So, I heard it's, like, it's harder to compare because in certain scenarios it's better, in certain it's not. So I don't know. The only sealed game is Klonoa, Phantom, because that's... Oh, yeah. Fair enough. I am so excited for next week. I really wish... I wish I had a job to be able to afford more, but I am so excited. I'm going to be streaming Thursday with Switch 2 launch day. Easily stronger than the Dreamcast? To my understanding, no. From what I understood, it was just that, like, the Dreamcast had such a crazy kind of architecture that people didn't, that direct comparisons are hard to comprehend. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not, don't, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt. Sailed the seas a lot easier than... Yes. And the skies of Arcadia. Anyway. Sorry. It wasn't a feature they advertised. Of course, functionally, it doesn't make much of a difference. PS3 was telling her this. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's also true, too. It's funny, though, the Dreamcast also proves something that I think people don't really take into consideration nowadays. Her Skies of Arcadia was a... Yeah. I don't know what you mean by sailed the seas. Oh, no, I think I know what you mean. And yes, that was exactly what I was going to bring up. A big reason why the Dreamcast kind of failed was that it was so easy to pirate games on that developers didn't want to spend the time to port games to the Dreamcast if they were just going to get stolen. So, like, whenever people talk about piracy, I think, like, on some level there does need to be, like, a cap on it, otherwise you will get into that Dreamcast scenario of, hey, why should we bother if it's just going to get stolen? Which, in case Twitch is listening in, I do not condone... Go eat Taco Bell, hallelujah. It's good, she must... See how it is, you won't ban piracy, but Toad is... Yes! That is exactly right. But yeah, I mean, technically the Switch is really, really weak hardware-wise, but it can really still do some impressive stuff if you know how to work it. Of course, you can wonder how much piracy was actually affecting sales, or if... Well, but I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's an unknown, and the unknown prevented developers from wanting to take the risk. So, like, even if it wasn't a real concern, it was a concern enough in their minds that, like, yeah, Twitch, none of us could... Exactly, yes. Sans!
And this dude still has those GD totes in the middle of his bedroom.
That's it. Fine. Okay. You drove me to do this, Sans. It isn't right now, but it will be now that you've said it enough. Once I Moderation. Blocked terms and phrases. Add. Do you... Okay, fine. Fine, you know what? No. You're testing me on this, so I'm gonna add singular as well now. So there. Toots. Okay, you are replacing the Spearow. Pixel. You guys are really testing my patience right now. You're really cruising for a bruising. Still Sans, thank you for the sub, but like, stop. Where's the Pokeball Plus? It is right here. I am using it right now. Pixel? I just like I don't know I don't know how to like hold it. I mean, I can keep my hand down here, but I don't think that'll be good. The Museum of Science. $50? What a ripoff. Ooh, Kabutops. I love Kabutops. Pixel. Various fossils of Mount Moon. It's just a replica. $50 is the kids' price one. Yeah, yeah. And also, I'm technically an adult because I'm going out into the world on my own. Map of the universe. That's pretty crazy. Crazy that in this universe they can just bring it to... Yeah. The origin of the universe. Is that Arceus right there? Because that should be Arceus. I always used to say Arceus, because that looked like it was how it was pronounced. Does Pokemon take place in the same universe as Jurassic Park? If these games had voice acting, then we would never have to argue. Yeah, yeah, true. X-Defense. Does that defend me against the platform that was formerly known as Twitter? Kelsey! Hi, Kelsey! Heckin' Precious Bean. Sorry, waving... waving brought up the menu. Then I'll pet the Eevee. See? Adorable. Okay, you know what? Now that I've had some people here, I have a question. Are you guys sick of silent protagonists? I want to hear your genuine thoughts about this, because I see people argue about it all the time, and like, I never had that much of an issue with it. Is it really like that offensive? Or like off-putting? You're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for new challengers. Follow me. Who's this person streaming? Your boyfriend, Kelsey. Don't you recognize him? Depends on the game. I'm perfectly... See, that's the thing. I guess it does depend on the game. But for me, it's like, I never had an issue with it. But all of a sudden, there are all these, like, articles and threads and things where it's like, I'm sick of a silent protagonist. What's a silent protagonist? High Structure 3, ew. Well, since it's number 3, surely you can't be referring to the other statement. Silent protagonist is a main character who doesn't speak. Or, like, doesn't have voice acting. See, that's the thing. I never had an issue imagining talking. Remember Doom 2016? Yeah. Yeah, I remember it vividly. It's so far my favorite. Oh, whoops. I wasn't reading. Let's replace Rattata. What? Okay. I want Bulbasaur to be added instead of Rattata. The Slayer expresses a lot in that game. Yeah, absolutely. The Doom Slayer. Genshin still doesn't do full voice lines, I think, for the main two. Yeah, isn't there some controversy right now where they're changing a lot of the voice actors? I think I read... I can't remember if it was AI or if it was, just, like, union stuff, but, like, apparently they're trying to, like, recast a bunch of characters that people liked. Didn't read the fuck off of your hell energy, Sam. Yeah. It doesn't really speak, yes. But, like, even in games with, like, characters who are implied to be speaking, but you just don't hear them, like, I was never that upset by it, you know? Let's see if it's a game where the main character makes a choice of what to say, then I'm sure. Really? Interesting. Yeah, because their VA, like, company thing, you stopped working with them, so... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remembered some controversy about, like, the recasting of certain characters. I mean, of course, I did hear a lot of controversy about AI Darth Vader. But that was for understandable reasons, at least. It's super effective. Stop, he's already dead. Hell yeah, 140 bucks, let's go. Wouldn't it be great if earning money was this easy? I do have to wonder what the next Pokemon game is gonna be. Because after Scarlet and Violet, they said they would take longer to make games, and they certainly have, but now we're getting to the point where I'm starting to expect, like, a new game to be announced. I just wonder what it's gonna be like. Brocky boy. So, you're here. I'm Brock, Pewter City's gym leader. You can see just by looking at my Pokemon how rock hard my willpower is. Is that what you call it? Willpower? My Pokemon are all hard as rock. You have true grit determination. Ah, Pokemon, the only series I have played less than Sonic? Jeez, Dega. Really? But it's good to see you, hi. I used to be a pretty big Pokemon fan, because I was a kid back when Pokemania was huge, so, like, I got caught up in it, and I loved the Game Boy and DS entries. You can see better than I, because I have an affliction where my eyes are always closed. Jeez. It's weird that they haven't even announced when. yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play it. 'Cause I've never played or had a Pokemon in my really. That's interesting. Pokemon was like the first modern game I really played. Because I started playing video games on the Atari 2600, which is definitely not a modern system. And then I went to the Sega Genesis, which when I got it stopped being a modern system. And then yeah. Best I saw a few episodes of the cartoon. Fair enough. I did also love the cartoon. I saw there's a Blu-ray of like the first 3 seasons or whatever of the anime. Man, I want that. Did I just... No, okay. It's so small of a stick that pushing it in sometimes, like, makes me input a direction. First 4 seasons of Digimon. I was never as big into Digimon, but I do have a very specific memory of watching Digimon with my sisters. Like, it was like one super lazy Sunday morning, and we just had, like, I think it was a TV station that was just marathoning the first season. So my sisters and I, we just sat there and we just watched it all morning. We did nothing else, and that was awesome. I remember my sister at one point saying, like, I didn't even know you could waste that much time. But strangely enough, I've never been big into Digimon. I guess just to me, I already had Pokemon, so like... I like the premise better. The Digimon grew with the person growth. The Digimon chose who they were going to work with. I mean, that is sort of how Pokemon works. I mean, basically the same. As proof of your victory, take an official Pokemon League badge, a Boulder badge. Pokemon up to level 20 from other trainers will listen to you without question. Oh, wait, and take this with you too. Headbutt. I forget. TM can be used as many times as you like. See, that's a change. TMs back in my day, used to only be used once. Is the bottom left of the screen trying to be like, hey, you should pet Eevee? Don't tell me, you gotta be Shadow, right? Hey, him, that's amazing. I knew it, I'm always right. I'm Blue. I heard from my gramps that 2 new kids set out from Palatown to become trainers. What dorks! Just like I did once. So I came to check you out. I was thinking you might want some advice on how to beat the gym from an expert trainer like me, but it looks like I showed up too late, huh? It seems you're not too shabby yourself, so I guess you earned a reward, newbie. Oh, hell yeah. It would be even better for catching Pokemon than just plain old Pokeballs. The thing you got there, that's Pokedex, right? Grant finally went and made one. He used to make me scribble on a map with a pencil about where I encountered Pokemon. You'd better do a good job of helping him out. He may be Professor Oak to you, and sure, he's an old coot, but he's still my gramps. And Black Wargreymon was the coolest anti-hero who made me think deeper about the meaning of life. Really? I'm very unfamiliar with Digimon, so I like basically remember snippets of that first season and nothing else. No, look at Eevee. There we go. Much better. It is weird playing a game that I was so intimately familiar with when I was young. Oh, whoops. Like, I was so familiar with, but it's like made in all these 3D graphics and modern things. When are they going to release the originals on Nintendo Switch Online? Or rather, Nintendo Classics, as they're calling it. Excuse me, you looked at me, didn't you? No, not like that. Janice! Marty! Who are you people? What Gary wants is me. Sorry, I don't know why. Just had that in my brain. Do these lovely people belong to you? They've been standing outside saying, "Where's Patrick?" all day. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that was such a great episode. That dumped. Oh, maybe sad and angry. Sad for SpongeBob and angry at Patrick. Really? I mean, yes, Patrick could have been more sympathetic or whatever, but I never got, like, mad at him, you know? Oh, you're a new trainer. I'm a coach trainer. Coach trainers are the ones who stand in various places to train trainers. I'm one of them. We coach trainers are strong, if I do say so myself. You should definitely battle us. So you're just trainers. I thought what we had was special! You just wanted the cookie in your pocket. Oh, okay, that was a critical. That makes sense. The Black War Greymon arc. Bad guys are losing, so they pull 100 times their normal power, make a super powerful Digimon. Quickly defeated the heroes, then turned around and said, "Am I so powerful I can do it? Why should I serve you?" Yeah, yeah, that is a very cool dynamic. Pokeball. Partner, I'm sorry if you perish. I intend on owning Digimon Season 1 on Blu-ray and seeing what I think of it. It's in my memory, it's fun, but it's definitely not like the deepest experience, you know, in terms of storytelling. It was just like, yeah, it's cool. Well, Deka, that does sound really cool. That was season 4, right? You were saying? I also feel like Digimon games always got kind of a weird reception. Season 2, okay. Sorry, I don't know why I thought season 4. Like, I'm a very game-focused person. Like, funny story, Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, and the reason he is because of the Spider-Man 2 movie video game. The next one I liked was Digimon Tamers. Okay. I don't know how many, like, spin-off series they've done, but I remember owning Digimon World and having no idea what I was doing. Yeah, there was... I don't know if you guys know Jaden Animations, but there was a video she did talking about, like, what... You know, because she's a big Pokemon fan, and so she was like, I'm trying to get into Digimon, and, like, I looked I looked into like what game I should play to understand Digimon, and like essentially she was saying that like the fan base is so divided on which ones are the best, because like they all have their advantages and drawbacks, you know? Although, I think people like Cyber Sleuth, which is like the PS4 one that's kind of like Persona. I think that's what I heard. My shorts are cool, right? You can stare at them. I'm not gonna stare at a kid's shorts. I'm not gonna do that. I preferred it when he said they're comfy and easy to wear. Because that I can agree with. Yeah, get fucked, kid. That's right, give me $120. That's the being bad tax. Can you imagine someone just giving you $120 for winning a game? Some of the pre-battle bio are weird, yeah. Well, my understanding was it was kind of weirdly translated. At least initially. Like, that thing with the shorts, like... Because it was kind of a meme where it's like, I like shorts, they're comfy and easy to wear. Like, but that wasn't what he said in Japanese, or like the tone is kind of different. But like, it was so iconic that people wanted it to stay. But yeah, sometimes the dialogue just feels like it has no connectivity whatsoever. Like, hi, I really like bugs. Okay, cool. Fight. Mortal Kombat! Dun, 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 dun. They changed it because it was weird for a little... No, they changed it to that, is what I'm saying. They're, like, that was what he just said now. So if anything, it's weirder that they changed it to that than away from it. Poke Combat! Oh man, can you imagine? Surely somebody has to have done that as like a fan game, right? Yeah, give me $140, kid. Like a Pokemon fighting game where you rip out each other's spines. Wow, it's like I'm really there! Fuck you, Ekans. Shadow, this is a Christian friend. Sorry, you're right. You're right. What I need to do is go to the Pope to cover it up. You're absolutely right. Did you know that Ekans is snake spelled backwards? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I always thought it was said nakes backwards. And also, hi Satsu, it's good to see you. How are you? You gonna get your, Lego Krusty Burger? If it's Christian-friendly server, we should be talking more about Boy Short. You know what? You're right. No, you bet I am. Yeah, Pidgey is Yegdip. Maybe it's just because me and my friends are very easy to amuse, but we love seeing things spelled backwards and mixed up. No, you bet I am. Spending $210. Like Dega mad. And like Mega Dad. Was that, wait, was that the intention? Were you like a big fan of Mega Man and you're also a dad? Oh, it's damaged. Oh. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Sorry, Dega. Like my friends and I love doing the thing where we like swap syllables. So like when I see Dega mad, I think of Mega Dad. Yeah, you know, it's the underscore that really threw me off. You know why Tail Whip lowers defense? Because all Pokemon, like, looking at that. Yeah, yeah. It's just like me, for real, for real. Sounds natural, that too, yeah. Sadly, non-pixel. Might hold off until it's cheaper. There's some games. Backlog is too big. I am absolutely getting a Switch 2. I have it pre-ordered. I wish I could afford more, sadly. Because, I always think about, like, yeah, well, I got Mario Kart at least, like, you know, that's all I really need. But then I think about it, and it's like, yeah, but I'd love to get, not Fast RMX. The racing game from that company that's basically Fast RMX, but, like, new. I can't remember what they called it now. But, like, I want to get that, and there's also Cyberpunk, which I do want to get on Switch too, because it's an actual true physical release, and not just a game key card. And same with Rune Factory. Oh wait, whoops, that was not what I wanted. Rune Factory I'd also like to get because it is a genuine physical game and not a game shmee card. Swiggity swoody. Swiggity swoodity. I'm coming for that bootity. I'm also partially oh, okay, yeah, thank you so much for coming back, Dega. Oh, whoops, sorry. Because I'm right-handed. I want to wave with my right hand, but... Fine, I'll pet the Eevee. Can you still get physical games? Will you still get physical games? No. Unless they are, like, super major discounted, no. Because, like Yakuza 0. I want to play Yakuza 0, and I have Yakuza 0 physically elsewhere. But, like, if I could get the game keycard for, like, $5 or something, I would be like, okay, fine. But it's not $5, it is $50, and I'm not paying that. Oh! Oh, I guess I mixed this kid up with the previous kid. Hi, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Oh, you're wearing shorts too. Stop looking at my shorts, kid. Youngster Ben. You know, in reality, maybe over the life of the Switch 2, I might own a couple game key cards just because, like, there'll probably be some opportunity where it's like you get one for super cheap. But it's not the sort of thing that I'm going to, like, specifically buy, you know? Too, I'm something of a shorts enthusiast myself. Yeah. Yeah, give me $120, kid. But yes, I'm so sorry, Dega. I was saying goodbye because I appreciate you coming by. The youngsters in their shorts. Shorts are the hip new thing. We haven't had shorts before. Staring at boy shorts is a common national pastime in the book. People in this world are cursed. Yeah, yeah. Very true. No. Stay away, Rattata. Want nothing to do with you. Stay away. Oh, is this the tunnel with all the Zubats and stuff? You want to train a bit? Yeah, sure. Meow. Let's kick his teeth in. I have to say, it is nice that the controller kind of has its own speaker too. It gives this, I don't know, just extra little punch, you know? It's still weird. I'm still not used to controllers having their own speakers. Which is weird, because the Wii had it, and the Wii I didn't, like, have an issue with, but... for whatever reason, like, especially the DualSense, whenever a game uses the controller to, like, have sounds come out, I'm always, like, really weirded out by it. The future's now, old man. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm just a boomer. I'm a boomer in a boomer world. Or in a Gen Z world. Skibbity toilet, Dr. Freeman. Is it really that bad? Oh my god. I must now die. Thank you, Dr. Freeman. Or farewell, Dr. Freeman. It's okay for most games with me. I had to turn off the speaker for Doom the Dark Ages because it was just trying. Oh, really? I didn't know you started playing Doom the Dark Ages. What do you think of it so far? I've heard that, like, the first quarter of it is kind of rough, but once it opens up, people enjoy it. I kind of want to play it, but also $70 is a lot for me. Especially because I'm about to get the Switch too, so it's not like I have spare money. Get your Pokeballs, and Lumen, get a bonus for great technique as the ring gets smaller, that's your chance. Okay. Cool. Hell yeah. No, Sand Attack doesn't deal any damage, therefore I'm not using it. That is something I'm sure any Pokemon expert who stops by this stream is gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" And it's like, I'm sorry, but I always just play Pokemon this way. If it doesn't deal damage, I forget about it. Looks like there's nothing there. Let's just search farther in. You were eavesdropping on us just now, weren't you? Meowth. What's supposed... Oh, Meowth, you were supposed to be keeping watch. Wow. What? He doesn't speak? You know there's rare fossils buried around here somewhere. Shadow, did you not hear my app on it? Oh, thank you for the follow! I appreciate it! So, constantly colorful. It's good to see you. Hi, thank you for coming by. I'm sorry if this is a weird moment to jump in on. But yeah, hey, it's good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, did you not hear my episode? I haven't, sadly. I'm sorry for that. God, you better hand them over to us, twerp. That's right. If anyone's going to profit off of those rare fossils, it's going to be us. Wahaha. It's Monday working for me. Oh. You know, I saw a meme online that was very good. You know that meme where it's like a perspective of a bus, and it's like one half of the bus, some guy's looking out the window and it's like really sad, and like the weather is terrible, and another guy's looking outside all happy, and like there's sunshine and rainbows and whatnot. Like, people, you know, mess with that meme all the time, and there was a great one I saw where it was mirrored to where both sides were like the dark side, and one side was labeled having a job, and one side was labeled not having a job. I was like, yeah, that's so true. It's true, I know the different sides of the... yeah. Yeah, it sucks having a job, it sucks not having a job. Right now, I'm on the sucks not having a job side of things. That's why I'm a Twitch streamer. Of course I don't have a job. But, Aw. But I'm glad you made the time to come by and hang out. And I appreciate the follow. I've really been doing my best to be someone worth following, you know? Oh, thank you. Like I said, I have a very unga-bunga style of playing Pokemon. Like, just always attack, always be dealing damage. Any move not spent dealing damage is a wasted move. This cave is definitely a lot more manageable without the random encounters. Because I used to stock up on repels to get through this area. And I know it's like, yeah, you miss out on the XP, but like, it's just so repetitive. You know, another thing that Game Freak kind of had going against them, at least for this generation, was they had an interview back when X and Y, I think, were coming out, and they were saying, like, hey, we bought super high fidelity models of all the Pokemon, so that way, in the future, like, we don't have to remake all these Pokemon with higher fidelity models, so it, like, should save us time. And, So the fact that Pokemon has been looking kind of bad it kind of goes against that idea, because it's like, well, if you had more time, you know, if you had more time to spend on not remaking the models, what were you doing? So, like, I get people's criticisms, but also, you know, I'm sure there were other complications. That is one big benefit I have with this game. You can just choose it. Yes, yeah. Random encounters are very divisive in the community, the gaming sphere. I never have a big issue with it unless it's like super repetitive. Like this cave, I felt like the encounter rate was so high that it stopped being fun. But I didn't hate the concept of random encounters, so... '64, like Nintendo 64. I do want to get that Pikachu Nintendo 64, where like the power button is his foot. Because to me, that's just so silly. I love really weird hardware. Like, I want to get that GameCube controller that has an entire keyboard in it. Did you play the Pokemon games back at... Yes! Yeah, they were some of my first games ever. I played the Atari 2600 as, like, my introduction to video games, but the first, like, modern games that I ever truly played were Pokemon Red and Yellow and whatnot. I have at least one game from every generation, but, that's only recently. I didn't get to experience the Game Boy Advance games much. So, Super Nerd has Grimer. Are they saying something about us? Probably. And the better question is are they wrong? In which case, like, I do want the RE4 chainsaw controller. That's another piece of hardware that is, and also I want the Power Glove, even though I know, haha, it's so bad. Whatever. Oh, whoops. But yeah, I do want the RE4 chainsaw controller, and I want, There are a bunch of other things. Really, I think if I had to say number one, my number one priority is probably that Japanese Phantasy Star GameCube controller that has an entire keyboard in the middle of it, because it just looks so crazy. That was Pokemon Heart Gold. You know, it's funny, despite loving the Pokemon games on DS, I never got to experience Heart Gold. Because that was during an era of my life where, like, I was still relying on my parents for games, and it's like, hey, here's a remake of Pokemon Gold, but I already had Pokemon Gold, so it was like, I figured it's probably better to get something I didn't already have. You know? You what? Should I get a I do! I have a copy of Heart Gold now. Which I'm extremely lucky to have at all. Because, good lord, that game is expensive. And also, same with Platinum. I never got Pokemon Platinum, despite how people say it's fantastic. Because, at the time, I was like, well, I have Pokemon Pearl. It doesn't really make sense to spend another $40 on a game that I basically already have. And now it's crazy expensive. Bulbasaur. I had Diamond and hated it. You hated Diamond? Oh man, that makes me so sad, Satsu. I had Pokemon Pearl, but like, still, I loved them. I never had a Pokemon game before then, but I always loved collecting the cards, so my mom was all for it. Yeah. I've told this story on stream before, but my sister, because like, okay, I'm the youngest of my family, so my sisters got to experience the Pokemon games before I did, and when it came time, my parents didn't want to buy an entire copy of another game when we already had one, so my mom told me to just take my sister's copy of Pokemon Red, and so that became kind of like my copy of it. And my sister is still to this day none too happy about it, but she had Pokemon Yellow. It's not like she didn't have any. Anyway, the point is, you just sent me a survey. Oh, really? That's weird. I've never gotten a survey for anything I've bought from them. I feel so old that my first copy was Yellow and still... Yeah, no, I still have Yellow. I still have Gold and Silver. I have Pokemon Crystal. I have, a lot of the games. Funny story, I bought Pokemon, Leaf Green from GameStop back in the day, and it was like 20 bucks, and the whole reason I bought it was because I had this weird fascination with transferring Pokemon from Gen 3 to Gen 4, and I was curious if GameStop bothered to like wipe the save files that were on the Game Boy Advance cartridges, so I bought copies of Fire Red and Leaf Green purely to see what Pokemon were on it. I, middle child, I remember the days of a family computer where siblings would fight for who get... Yes, yeah. I mean, thankfully, since the Game Boy was kind of, you know, solitary, like, handheld console, it was... I mean, granted, we only had two, so, like, there was still some fighting, but it was easy enough to coordinate that we never really had to fight that much. It was the first copy I owned, but I remember school kids playing Red in elementary. Yeah. And that was me with my sister's Game Boy Color. She had passed down to me. Oh, that's... Yeah, for some reason, I totally skipped over the Game Boy Advance generation. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I kind of know why. My parents were very weird about getting me new games. Like, whenever we did buy new games, it was usually like, we're going to Funko-Land, and we're going to buy the cheapest used games we can find. So, like, the idea of getting a brand new console was always, you know, ridiculous. Oh, God, I hate this. Speaking of how Sun doing, Sun's doing okay. I mean, I haven't spoken to Sun in a little bit, just because Sun's been busy, but, like, my understanding doing okay. God. Recently... Wait, hold on, sorry. There's a guy on YouTube known as Mystic. Oh yeah, you've shown me Mystic. Who has a video buying memory cards and completely closed to completely... Yeah, that is actually a really cool idea. Recently he did the PS3 where he bought the full friggin' console. Is that why you hate Funko Pops? No, I hate Funko Pops because when I worked at Target I got harassed over them. I played a PS2 game and the memory card was 8 megabytes. How cute is that? I know, right? You know what's funny? There's before I left Twitter, there's like a tweet someone made where it was a picture of a huge stacks of Game Boy, or sorry, not Game Boy, PS1 memory cards, and so I mean like a giant square of them, and somebody, obviously someone young, asked like, how many gigabytes is that? And they were like, my guy, that is not even a single gigabyte. Where's my Funkos? You joke, but like that was how it was. I mean, part of it was because my Target was a little disorganized at the time, but like, whenever there was a like Target exclusive, desirable one that people wanted, I would get people who would like hound you for them. Because oftentimes what would end up happening is like, we'd receive it, but it would like get stuck in the back for whatever weird reason. So like our inventory would still show that we have it, but since nobody really can pin down where it is, like we had to tell people that like, yeah, I don't know where it is, sorry. Or like, you know, yeah, we don't have any. Crazy how times... Oh, I know, right? There's a famous quote from Bill Gates where he said 256 kilobytes is all anyone will ever need. Which is hilarious. Especially now that Call of Duty is like over 500 gigabytes or something crazy. I told the story of how I almost got killed over not a Funko, but a collectible that was made by Funko. Have I told that story? I feel like I have. I remember not owning a PS2 memory card for the longest time. My brother once rented Batman Vengeance, and because we didn't have the memory card, we left the game running for when we went to church. Our family tried to make us religious. Guess we got for... Oh, yeah. The game froze. Oh, no. Oh. That's sad. But yeah, fun story. Someone tried to kill me over a Funko collectible. It was like a Stranger Things item. Even my sports games are sometimes... Yeah. It's crazy. I remember renting a PS2 game back in the day, yeah. You know, I wish I could go back in time, because there was a Blockbuster really close to my house, and I wish I could have gotten, like, Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut, because, God, that game's so expensive. But yeah, I had a GameCube memory card, like the OEM one, and eventually I needed, I forget which game, I think it was The Sims. A game required more memory than was on the memory card, so it was like, well, I need to buy a bigger memory card. And so we bought a Nyko one, Nyko, like NYKO, and it was 64 megabytes. And that was huge. Like, that was more than basically we ever really needed, but we still ended up getting a 128 version of it as well once and that memory card is still good. It still works. Like, that is one of the few third-party accessories that I'm like, that is just a straight upgrade to the Nintendo version. But yeah, I have plenty of those PlayStation 2 ones that say like 8 megabytes on them. Blockbuster, my beloved. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I didn't really make use of it when I was a kid. Part of it was because my family, like, despite the fact we were technically close enough to walk to it, like, my family never really wanted to take me there, so it's not like I ever got the chance to learn how Blockbuster worked. And since I'm not a big movie fan, that, like, the idea of renting a movie didn't appeal to me, so I didn't even really know that they had games. I remember when Blockbusters was still around, and I would go to... Yeah, I still remember going to Blockbuster and, like, my parents renting out a couple of movies. I remember the last game I ever rented was Emperor's New Groove on PS1. It's the last game I rented because I got stuck on it, and was told to get off due to my anger over getting stuck, and then proceeded to make a huge mess. Oh, yeah. Yeah, understandable. Good days of going to the video. Easy. Oh, you're Australian. I apologize for not knowing that earlier. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. After school and getting some movies to watch. Yeah. Kids these days don't understand how good they have it with Netflix. I met a friend in middle school. He always run games. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I have a Hollywood Video copy of Mr. Mosquito on PS2. I never had a Hollywood Video near me, but I do have one. I have a game from it. I actually think I have a couple of games from Hollywood Video. Bro, kids never know the struggle in ad breaks. Oh, I know, right? Kids don't understand the pain of, like, the two channels that you care to watch both having shows you're not particularly interested in, and, like, just kind of having to make do with one of the shows. The main menus. Yes, yeah. Oh, I know. Although, I am glad the Shrek 2 DVD menu gets some recognition, because that was a fun one. Wait, did my... Oh. Yeah, Eevee fainted. But yeah, there were so many times, because, like, when I was young, I basically only really watched Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network was kind of later, because initially my TV package didn't include it, but then it did. But, like, it's like, sometimes if one station wasn't, you know, running a TV show I cared about, I'd switch to the other. But it's like, when both were playing shows I didn't care about, and the existential dread of, like, oh god, I don't really care about either of these shows, and then just watching one of them because you're like, fuck it, whatever. And just your brain rotting from the inside. It's kind of special. I know I told this story on stream before, but when I worked as a crossing guard, I worked at the corner of this one school where, like, it was the corner nearest their playground area, and they were doing PE, and I hear Star Wars music coming from it, and I look over, and they have this thing where, to get the kids exercising, they pretended that they were, like, filming a Star Wars movie, and they gave all the kids, like, pool noodles, and like, basically, when they started the Star Wars music, that's when the kids would, like, run at each other and whack each other with pool noodles. I was like, that's so cool! Why didn't I get to do that? As a kid, I had the fucking jogathon, and that sucked. Being the couch potato, yeah. Kids don't really know what it's like to be a couch potato sometimes. When I was a kid, I shared a room, and it always happened on Sunday, where every room that had a TV had a family member of mine asleep in the room, so I found... Oh, yeah, that is also... I never had that, but, my family was kind of strict about where TVs were allowed to be, so, like, the only time I ever got to watch TV was, like, downstairs in the like, living room area. So, like, it was a constant fight over who would get to watch something. But my dad came up with a genius idea, which is to... You've heard of picture-in-picture, right? Well, my dad came up with picture-and-picture, which was, we had one TV, and then next to it we had another TV. So, you know, my dad could watch like a hockey game or something on the main TV, and on the secondary TV I was allowed to play video games. Because it was like a constant source of like, oh, but the game's on, and it's like, yeah, but I want to play game. That's so cute of your dad. Well, it's also just really smart too, because even if I wasn't using the TV to play games, it would be like my dad could watch 2 different hockey games at once. So it was kind of just a smart thing. Whose audio took precedent? My dad, always. Like, if we were watching things at the same time, I had the least priority. Quit goofing around and go. You can do it, Mouse. It's gonna take me a while to get used to this controller. To this day, we still have 2 TVs set up in that room. So that way, like, my dad can watch 2 different things at once. Nowadays, I'm allowed to have a TV in my room, so, like, it's not as, restrictive as it once was. But, I used to be amazed at parents who let their kids have a TV in their room. So I was like, man, that is so cool. He's watching you stream on. Yeah, no. No. My dad is the type of person who watches hockey or more hockey. See, the thing is, we're a very big hockey family here, so, like, you know, my dad wanted to keep up with a bunch of different games, so it's like, the best way to do that was to have 2 games going on at once, so if one game wasn't providing something super exciting, the other one could. But yeah, there were a lot of games I actually had to play with the audio fairly muted because my dad would be watching something else. Why would 2 hockey games be happening at the same time? Because there are a ton of teams in the NHL, and also because of, like, East Coast times. Because East Coast is always prioritized over West Coast, which sucks, but, you know, oftentimes it means that, like, East Coast and West Coast games kind of happen at the same time. Super Nerd. Super Nerd Alex, more like. Because that's my name, in case anybody didn't get that. I should probably head back to the Pokemon Center at some point. "32 teams in the NHL and 82 games a season per team." Yes. Yeah. I heard Super Earth instead of Super. Yeah, isn't Helldivers going through something right now? Isn't there like some major? I know Super Earth got like invaded, but I heard it was like, well, for one thing, I heard the president died, which was very cruel because the forum that I was a part of posted a thread with the title "The President Died," and when everyone opened it up, it was about Helldivers. But like, aren't there like 2 cities that are still holding or something like that? Yeah, it's just finished up with the invasion. Unfortunately, we got through it, but God, it was grim for a while. Yeah. I was hearing people talk about it. I'm impressed that it's managed to stay so popular for so long. Live service games that hit it that big usually, I feel like at least, you know, they like burn out at some point, you know? Like some Concords we won't mention. Well, you know, you heard about that Goodwill auction that is auctioning off their commemorative thing. Like, I do actually really want that. I mean, of course, I'm not going to pay whatever bid it's at right now, but it would be cool to have one. Well, I meant you as in kind of just chat in general, but yes, yeah. I saw it before you had sent it to me too, so I don't know. Point is, I just like behind-the-scenes stuff like that. Which is why one of the coolest things in my collection is right up, you can't see it, I know, but like, right up on the wall over there, is 2 different production pieces used in the making of ToeJam and Earl 2. Because I'm a big ToeJam and Earl fan, and thanks to Twitter, before Twitter became shit, I kind of became friends with the ToeJam and Earl Twitter account, and at one point someone was like, hey, it would be cool to get a signature from, you know... Yeah, I always get the Dome Fossil. He was like, it would be cool to get the signature of the creator of ToeJam and Earl. And they were like, yeah, we'll hook you up. And since I was friends and I had seen that, I had responded and been like, yeah, that would be cool to have. And they were like, yeah, we can hook you up too. And when I thought they would just have him like send a postcard or something, just like a thanks for being a fan kind of thing. But they genuinely sent me 2 different pieces of ToeJam and Earl art that were used in the production of the sprites for ToeJam and Earl 2. So that kind of stuff is like, I adore. We're Team Rocket. I'm Jesse. I'm James. And that's Meowth. And the 2 of us are going to take that fossil back. I'm very grateful as well. When I worked at Target, I was once tasked... Oh, I'm James. Yes. I was tasked with cleaning out the cabinets at Target, and they had not done it for years. So when I cleaned it out, I found that there were these 3 binders, and those binders ended up being binders. They were like sales training manuals for the 3 major gaming console companies. And it was super cool, and I begged, and they let me keep them. It was super cool. Also one of the cool things in my collection. Because it was... particularly, like, the Sony one. The Sony one was talking about the PS Vita, which is very funny to me, because... especially from Target. Like, Target dropped the Vita pretty quickly. So it's just funny to hear the retail sales manual just be like, oh yeah, the Vita's amazing. You should definitely tell people how amazing it is. The Nintendo one is fun too, because it was in that period where the Wii was still being supported a little bit, but clearly the focus was on the Wii U. Still hear about how good the Vita is. It does have its fans. yeah, the Vita means life, Mr. S. Oni. It's your most valuable Vita game? I would have to double check. I feel like it would be the Super Meat Boy Collector's Edition. But that was kind of more valuable just because it was limited run's last Vita publish. I still regret not buying more of their PS Vita releases because I had a friend who was like, hey, are you interested? Apparently there's a company called Limited Run, and their whole thing is about making physical copies, and I know you love physical copies. And I was like, yeah, but it's Vita games, and I don't have a Vita, and like, I don't know. But now I wish I had gotten them. No, oh god, I'm gonna need to... need a ran. But yeah, sadly, much like the PS1 and somewhat the PS2, like, it's a pretty expensive library to collect, so I don't have a ton of games. I'm very grateful, though. I did manage to find a copy of Pokemon Heart Gold for the equivalent of $1. Because it was in a package with like 5 games, and they sold it to me for like $5. So, essentially $1 a game. Finding a deal like that is always fun, because it's like, oh, thank God I don't have to pay some scalper an insane amount to to own this. Okay, yeah, you know, I don't know why I thought Poison Sting would be good. But I think... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I think I have it now. But... I had it so much. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again. I'm sorry, Eevee. I did not mean to. Give the ear scritches. The motion control for it is very weird, though. The like, petting. Oh, pie, really? That's funny. Oh, I'm finally out of the cave. Thank goodness. Just carrying a I know. My son... Well, actually, I believe daughter, because I believe partner 271 was female. Paralyze heal. Oh, happy Pride Month, by the way. I've been seeing all sorts of things. There was a really great headline I saw where it was like Senator Rafael Cruz, who goes by the preferred name Ted, introduces a bill that'll get rid of preferred names. I thought that was really funny. He's a horrible, horrible person. Eevee. Oh, hey, Satsu, Oddish. Oh, D. Ah! That's not even the first Oddish in this game that's been walking around with its trainer in the city. Also, I remember people saying that the original Pokemon Red Psychic, which was basically limited to Mewtwo, Psychic was like overpowered. And I forget the reasoning why. Something like it just didn't have any weaknesses, really. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. I've never followed the Pokemon meta. Believe it or not, I don't think I've ever actually encountered a shiny Pokemon in Pokemon. Because there will be all sorts of people who are like, I was just walking around and found it, and it's like, that has never happened to me. Literally, the only time I've ever really encountered shiny Pokemon in games are when, like, during the DS games, when people would hack the global trade system to just put a bunch of hacked shiny Pokemon. You know? Because there was no split between physical and special attacks, so it was lumped into one. So yeah, you're right, there were no solid counters like Bug or Ghosts that could stop them. Yeah, so it's limited to Mewtwo and our Lord and Savior, Mr. Mime. I suppose so. Acro Bikes? Actions such as what? 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 Why is it... What? I was not pressing anything. I'm sorry, sir. Can you say that again? You spoke too quickly. Curious about those acro bikes? Yes. Okay, different from other bikes. That is the acro bike. Okay, I guess that's intentional. Sir, please, I know. Like, slow down a little bit. Sure. Sir. You are not a very good salesman. Whoa! Are Voltorbs really... or Electrodes, I guess. Are they really that large? I always assumed they were, like, maybe half that size. It's like me talking about... No, you're a good host. Oh. Fluffery. Let me look in your trash. Imagine looking out the window and a big explodey boy. Yeah, I know. Like, you go right here, you look outside, and like, it's just darkness because it's being covered by Electrode. That's huge. It's like basically the height of a person. Attack on Electro. I can't. And I don't know that I would want to anyway, because that would blow up that building. Sure. Okay, I love that his first interesting fact is like, it proves you beat the Pewter City gym leader. It's like, yeah, yeah. Let me look at your trash. Throw stuff away for me to take. Your Pokechild is huge. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, rare candy. I wonder if it's possible to do the duplication glitch in this. Probably not. But I would always do it. In Pokemon Red, I still remember how to do the duplication glitch. It's very simple. What you have to do is you have to talk to the old man that tells you how to catch Pokemon. You go through that like tutorial, and then you fly to Cinnabar Island, and you swim up and down the edge of the coast until you encounter a missing no. And then you run away. Because I don't think you can catch them, or if you can catch them, it like, it's not like you can use a missing no. But yeah, then the very top item of your inventory gets duplicated to some, like, crazy amount. Shadow endorses game cheating. It's not cheating, it's just making use of the systems that are in the game. It does make me wonder, though, if they ever put Pokemon Red on, you know, Nintendo Classics for the Game Boy. Like, it makes me wonder if they ever will, like, patch out that ability. I don't think they will, but part of me does think that, like, there's no way they're gonna leave it intact. Because this is the Pokemon Company, who are very, very strict about cheaters. Yeah, the Rattata won't sneak by you, but there's a thief right there. I'd probably leave it intact just because they're too lazy to patch it out. I don't know about that. I do think that if they were to put it on, like, Game Boy Classics, I think they would... You know what they would do? They would probably at least bar it from... No. I was gonna say bar it from the Pokebank, but I don't even know if they would do that, because they did it for 3DS. Yeah, I was about to say, I need to check if the 3DS re-release can do that. So you're not gonna believe this, a Pokemon! Thank you, Volgroovy. Volgroovy. You think this pathetic Pidgey can stop me? Watch me kick it! Speaking of 3DSs, I really want to, well, actually, no. I don't want to do... I want to do everything with the 3DS that is legal, Twitch. Yeah. Okay, is it just me, or does anybody else get, like, a little bit dizzy because of all the constant camera switching they're doing? It's like there's just constant motion and angles and zooming in, and it's like, stop. Stop, just let me focus for 1 second. Because, like, even in the background, I'm, like, getting disoriented. No! You're not allowed to use potions. For the record, modding your 3DS is legal as copying games from your physical copies. Distributing those copies, that's illegal. Well, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I was pretty sure that there was just a legal case that kind of complicated things, where it's like backing up your games isn't necessarily illegal, but circumventing copy protection is. So, like, I'm assuming that that falls under that category. Because you're circumventing the security of the 3DS. I'm sorry, partner. If you can just hit it one more time. Oh, hell yeah. See, that's why I always do Unga Bunga. Because it's like, he wasted a turn raising his evasiveness and it didn't do anything. Yeah, eat that, Volgroovy. Deep breaths. Okay, let me try that again. Sorry, it's not like me to lose my cool like that. There's a house up ahead where this famous Pokemon fanatic is supposed to live. I wanted to stop by because I thought I'd maybe see some rare Pokemon or something. What I found, don't freak out when you hear this, that Pokemon fanatic Bill wasn't there. Instead, there was a Pokemon that talked. If it... Okay, why can't Meowth talk then? If... Oh gosh. But yeah, I thought they were making Meowth not talk because it's like, oh, Pokemon don't talk in this world. But then, like, if they're gonna just introduce a Pokemon that does talk, why not have Meowth talk? Nugget Bridge. Yeah, I guess that was Nugget Bridge. God, it's been a while since I've played Pokemon Red. Because, like, in my memory, I can kind of follow along with where I'm headed. But there are a lot of details I've forgotten over time. Explain when you get there. Okay. I mean, don't say, because I don't believe this was a thing in the original, but I get the impression that it's like, it's just gonna be someone talking, and like you pull back the curtain and it's like, oh, it was just them. Funny that the thing calms your rival down is beating the shit out. Yeah, well, I mean, he did start it. He didn't have to take part in that fight. Or maybe after you beat his Pokemon, you gave him like a really strong slap, and that like snapped him back to reality. I recently just finished watching this anime that very clearly wanted to be Evangelion, and there was a moment where like a character like slapped another character to like get them back in, you know, in their right mind or whatever. And it's funny to me because like those moments I don't usually react to, but my favorite anime, which is Future Diary, there is a scene where I physically reacted to someone being slapped. Like when you're all alone just watching something, like I'm generally pretty quiet, you know? Like obviously when I'm here on Twitch, I'm talking because I'm like saying the things that are coming to mind, but like if I were just playing this, I would be really quiet, just kind of, you know, experiencing things. Like I don't really do much, so you know that if I react to something in that moment, that is a that is a like involuntary thing. That's how you know it gets to you. To Japan to have a game where a very young girl well, I mean, wait, who? Wait, which? What? What, Nurse Joy? I mean, everyone has a crush on Nurse Joy, but like... I don't know. It was one of those things that I just kind of... It's like Gardevoir. To me, Gardevoir is not really all that attractive a Pokemon, but like all the fan art is just so like... I don't know where people got that view, you know? Oh, the last train. Oh, okay. I didn't genuinely I genuinely did not notice. I was too focused on trying to figure out what direction I hit on the Pokeball to... Probably like 11. Well, I mean... Isn't the main character supposed to be 12? Isn't that like from the original? It's like when you're 12 you go out into the world with your Pokemon. I feel like that was a thing one of the previous games set up. $10? Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought 12. Take that, Timmy. Give me $200. I'm upping the rate. You know, I try and remember all the different type matchups, but god, it is so tough to remember what's effective against what. Because I was thinking, like, Meowth is normal type, right? And, like, fighting is good against normal, I think? Fighting is effective against... Yeah, fighting's effective against normal. Grass is effective against fighting? Maybe? I know it's effective against water. Or was it dark that's good against fighting? God, I don't... you know, there was a tool, I think in Pokemon... Either in Pokemon Black or Diamond, I forget which. But, it let you see what type matchups were. Psychic is fighting, okay. And then Dark against Psychic, right? See, yeah, Dark against Psychic. Okay. See, like, I sort of remember it, but, god, it is so much to have to remember now. And also, they retroactively made Jigglypuff a fairy type, which I don't know if that's in this game or not. I don't think it is. I feel like they wouldn't include fairy type if there wasn't modern Pokemon that were using it. Kevin! That episode of SpongeBob also really bothered me. I didn't realize that was a hat. It wasn't. A fabulous prize. Thanks for the free money, Team Rocket. I feel like if you were going to the, if you were so dedicated to, like, I'm gonna make this kid a part of my team, like, I wouldn't even bother handing him the gold nugget. Just be like, hey, you're good, you're coming with me now. Like, handing him the gold nugget feels like you're just ruining your own financial status. These controls. I also have decently large hands, so like the tiny Pokeball doesn't really, like, I don't know. Doesn't wrap around my hand the way I'd want it to. I imagine they probably designed this so that way kids could use it too, so like, that's why it's a little smaller, but... In the words of Michael Jordan, fuck them kids, something like that. Or is it Shaq? It might be Shaq. You could become a top leader in Team Rocket. Come on, think of the opportunity. You shouldn't let a chance like this pass you by. I see a Charmander. I do want a Charmander. There was an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, because I used to be really big into Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. I mean, I guess I still technically am, but a new episode hasn't come out in a while. But there was an episode where Mokuba gets diagnosed with, like, he's going through Japanese puberty. He thinks he's a Pokemon, and Charmander, Char! It was such a... I don't know, it got to me. Granted, that was... I mean, when I first watched it, I was in high school by that point, so... You know. You know, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth and people had dedicated phones for their house. Nightbloom, hey! Good to see you. How are you? Oh, whoops. I keep doing it. I'm right-handed, so like I want to wave, but waving brings up this menu. Okay, I'll pet the Eevee for you. Been good, just chilling. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're good. Have you played this game, or I guess Pokemon games in general? Because I'm kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgic, I guess, for this era. But so I played a lot of Let's Go, mostly shiny hunting. Interesting. So, okay, what do you think about this game? Because to my understanding, people really hated this game. It's funny, I've never encountered a shiny Pokemon before. Or, like, legitimately. I back in the DS entries, I remember the global trade system got flooded with hacked Pokemon. So, like, of course, for your Rattata, they would trade you a shiny Lugia with Pokevirus and whatnot, but, you know. No, you know what? I actually kind of agree with you, Nightbloom. I walked in front... What? Yeah, no, actually, I kind of agree. Gen 1, it's definitely nostalgic for me, and I'm sure I'd have fun with it. But it's easier to recommend this just because of the ability to not encounter random encounters so frequently. Oh wait, Spearo's normal, right? I think Spearo's normal, so I should use double kick. And I did buy, back in the day, the bundle that came with the Pokeball Plus. Because, like, that was essentially the the way to play this game. OG Gen 1 is janky as hell. Fire Red, Leaf Green is alright, but not for me. I don't think I've actually played through the entirety of Fire Red or Leaf Green. Again, me streaming these games might have people really upset because I am not very good at Pokemon. I have the most Unga Bunga style of playing Pokemon. I think Fire Red is still the best way to play Gen 1 in my opinion, but this is a good way too, just not the best. That's fair. Yeah. So I need to catch more Pokemon? How many have I caught? Fair take, my fave gen is Gen 7. Gen 7 was X and Y, right? Or, wait. Was it Sun and Moon? Oh, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Okay. Yeah. Only obtained 19. Wow. X and Y was 6. Yeah, I always forget that. By the time Gen 6 came around, I kind of burnt myself out on Pokemon, because I played, Pearl, and I loved it, and I was like, oh, I want more, so I played Black, and I really loved it, and then it was like, I played Black 2, and I still loved it, but it was clear that, like, I kind of played them all in such rapid succession. By the time X and Y came out, it was like, I played a little bit, and then moved on to other things. Gen 4 was my very first gen. Nice. Did you have Diamond or Pearl? Or Platinum? Platinum. See, I was saying this earlier, but I regret not buying Platinum back in the day, because I bought Pearl, and when I heard Platinum was just like another version of Pearl, at the time I was like, I don't get that many games. I don't want to spend an opportunity for a new game on a game I basically already have. But nowadays, I wish I had gotten Platinum. Now it's crazy expensive. I played through Fire Red, then Emerald, then Platinum, then Black, and that was it for me. It got old after a while. Yeah, I mean, for me, I burn myself out when I do things in quick succession. Like, I watched the entirety of the original Naruto anime, and I enjoyed it, but, like, by the time Shippuden came out, I was like, I can't watch more Naruto. I can't do it. I burnt myself out. The older games, I played the remakes. Yeah, that's understandable. Didn't people really dislike Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Or am I misremembering? I actually bought Omega Ruby when it was new, and I never ended up playing it. The only reason to buy Pokemon games now is make sure you get them at FC. Yeah, I mean, there's that too, definitely. I'm still salty that I bought Pokemon Sword from Amazon, and it took me a while before I actually opened it up. And when I opened it up, and it was the Pokemon Sword that came with the expansion pass, and when I opened it up, I realized that they sent me the United Arab Emirates version of the game, which still uses the North American cartridge, but they have different boxes for. And I was so upset because I was like, I get that, like, they're the same game, but it looks so weird when you actually look at the boxes side by side. It's like, it's gonna stick out to me. And I don't want to have to pay for an entirely new Sword and Shield cartridge. I love Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Oh, that's good. I mean, ultimately, the important thing is whether or not you like a game. Oh, whoops. But, I do really like OG Gen 3, though. I played so many Emerald ROM hacks, yeah. Yeah, to my understanding, it's one of the most popular gens to ROM hack or do any sort of, like, fan thing with. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. Again, sorry to all the Pokemon experts out there, but the way I play Pokemon is very unga bunga. I only do a move if it deals damage. I'm still mixed on Gen 9. I like some things, I'm just not a big fan of open world games. I really want to play Gen 9. I do own it, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Same with Gen 8, honestly. I didn't dislike what I played, but it's just still a matter of, like, I just kind of trail off after a certain time, and I don't know why. I guess I just get distracted. I'm very sore too, mostly because shiny hunting... does it really? I tried shiny hunting in either Pearl or Black, I forget which, and I was terrible at it. I couldn't do it. It sucks. Oh, really? But yeah, despite all the Pokemon games I have played, never encountered a shiny. Or, you know, a legal shiny. Because, again, the DS entries got hacked a lot, and I remember it was like you could put up any Pokemon, basically, and go like, yeah, I want a Lugia, and then eventually someone would just trade you a Lugia that was shiny and had, like, max stats. And I was like, this is definitely hacked. But I didn't care, it was cool. The best shiny hunting game is Sun and Moon. SOS chaining is a lot of fun and not that hard to... Really? Only very shiny in Let's Go because it made it a lot easier. Really? I don't exactly understand shiny hunting well enough. Oh, I should have used double kick. What was I thinking? Eevee falling? What the hell? Is that what that does? That's crazy. I don't mind shiny hunting in this game. It's fun enough. Okay. Maybe if I, because I plan on streaming this game to the end, like, maybe if I, you know, have enough time at the end, maybe I can start doing some shiny hunting. We'll see. I'm that one that hates myself and soft resets for it, right? Really? So how does it work for shiny? Well, I don't fully understand how shiny hunting works, but like, how does it work for legendaries? Because my understanding was, at least in previous gens, it was like you needed to encounter the same Pokemon in like a chain to up the chances of finding a shiny one. So it's like, if you only get one chance to encounter a legendary, how does that happen? Or do you just like try thousands of times until you know, the spawn rate gives you a shiny legendary? You save in front of the legendary and encounter and reset over. Okay, yeah, see, that, I guess that makes sense. But like, there's no way to manipulate it to get better chances, right? Because my understanding was like you used the dowsing rods to like chain the same Pokemon over and over again. Oh, there is? Okay. And is not shiny locked. Oh, really? See, I know so little about how to shiny hunt. I've heard the term all the time. I've just never actually really done it. I looked it up once when trying to do it for Pearl, or Black, I forget which. And then when I failed to do it, I was just like, I don't need to do this. Later Pokemon games shiny lock the main legendaries. Really? I guess that doesn't surprise me too much. Does that mean there are no shiny variants of them, or just like you just can't obtain it? They're just not, you can't get them. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Oh, thank goodness. I was thinking to myself, like, I can't keep letting him use fighting attacks on me. Eat that, hiker knob. $560. Man, can you imagine beating someone and getting $560? Unless they give them out as, like, events. Yeah, that makes sense. I have heard that for the DS entries, there were like event Pokemon that were given out, and like there was a specific cartridge that would be given to stores for distribution, and like some people have managed to get their hands on those cartridges. I think that's cool. That's something I would like to own, not because I really want, like, a particular Pokemon, but just, I love the idea of, like, hey, it's a limited time event thing that, you know, you have the cartridge for. Like, take Koraidon and Miraidon. They're shiny locked, but most likely will be given out at some point. Okay, that makes sense. I could see them doing that. How does everyone... I know the EXP share is like a controversial thing. I personally actually like the EXP share. Mostly story-related legendaries. Yeah, I can understand that. That makes sense. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. My bubbles. Yeah, I like the later EXP. It's very shiny. I do not like the Switch training EXP. Really? That's the thing. I like EXP sharing because to me it was like a quality of life thing. Shiny, not shiny? I guess no, it's okay. I don't mind spelling mistakes. It's just I want to make sure I understand what you're trying to say. But yeah, there were a lot of people who were like begging Game Freak to turn off. Oh, I thought I could like sneak behind him. Oh well. They were like begging Game Freak to turn off the EXP share, and I was like, I like it. It just makes it so I don't have to grind for every single Pokemon. EXP all makes me want to use more than just one. Yeah, exactly. Like, it makes it so much easier to have backups when all of your party are still earning at least some experience. Because, like, I've been using Eevee a lot in this game, but, like, on the times when Eevee went down, it was like I had my team that I could rely on because they were strong enough that, like... Oh, Bee! Why are you so meow? My cat's here. Hey, this is a kid. You are so silly. Why are you so silly? Hey, sweet. That's all. Beef cam. Oh, beef cam. Oh, you got a new share emote. This is Beef. This is my kitten. He is so sweet, and I love him. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I really like that. Oh, wait, whoops, I didn't want to swap anyone out. Beef, why are you so silly? Why are you a silly boy? I love beef so much. It's meant to be my OC Blossom dressed up as Tiki from Fire Emblem. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know if Tiki was specifically like your character's name or if yeah. But yeah, I need to play more Fire Emblem games. I played Three Houses. I played Engage. I played a fair amount of Sacred Stones, and I played a fair amount of gosh, what's the other one? Oh yes, Awakening. Yes. Oh yeah, the 3DS games I do want to play. I just haven't had the opportunity, or like I had the opportunity, but for some reason I just kind of trailed off. This was This was Enrage. Engage. Yeah. Engage, I actually really liked Engage. I feel like nobody talks about it, but I liked it. Yeah, it was a lot of people's first Fire Emblem. In fact, it was... Well, the only reason it wasn't my first Fire Emblem was because they gave away the Ambassador games, because one of the 3DS Ambassador games was Sacred Stones, so like I technically played that before I played Awakening, but Awakening was the first, like, Fire Emblem, you know, modern release I got. And I liked it. I just didn't stick with it for some reason. That is one of those games I do want to go back and, like, actually finish. Fire Emblem was the Smash games with Marth, and yes! Though not my fave, that would go to Shadows of Valentia. Oh, really? That's so funny. I feel like, if anything, Shadows of Valentia was the least enjoyed of the bunch of 3DS games. But yeah, Constantly, that was pretty much my introduction as well. Or Colorful. I'm sorry, I don't know which I should call you. I apologize. If you have a preferred name, let me know. But, how's the Animal Pit fighting game? It's going well. I'm progressing. I feel like it took me much longer as a kid to get to this point than than now. I mean, part of that is because this is a remix that changed a fair amount of things. Colorful, which is fine. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm the same way. Technically, my very first introduction to Fire Emblem was Marth in Melee. Marth and Roy in Melee. And I was, you know, I was like, I've never heard of Fire Emblem, but okay. And then when Fire Emblem Awakening was coming out, they were saying that, like, if Awakening didn't do well, like, Fire Emblem would be dead as a series, but it ended up doing really well, so then it didn't end. You should at least invest in larger crates. What do you mean? Wait, larger crates? I love Shadows of Valentia, the story was good, the gameplay was fun, it was the first to have fully voiced story. Oh, really? Huh. Have you played Ogre Battle, Nightbloom? The story of the animal. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, they'll get what they get. Yeah, okay, so I don't know that I've made that much progress, but I feel like by the time I got to Cerulean City, it would have been much longer. Oh, bye beef. Okay. No more beef cam. You haven't? Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, there's a game that I haven't played Ogre Battle either, but there is a game that I played, and initially it seemed a lot like Fire Emblem to me, and people were telling me it was a lot more like Ogre Battle. Unicorn Overlord. If you haven't played that game, you should definitely check it out, because it's super cool. I actually just finished it a couple of streams ago, and it was really good. Like, I kind of want to replay it just to... Oh, you played a little bit of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. See, Fire Emblem was the only point of reference I had when I was playing it, so, like, support conversations and stuff, to me that was like, oh yeah, okay, that's Fire Emblem, but there were people saying it was also a lot like Ogre Battle, and I was like, I haven't played that one, but I'll take your word for it. Battle. I just really now been getting to more RPGs outside of Nintendo stuff. Fair. I'm kind of the same way, to be honest with you. I still need to play a Final Fantasy game of any kind, and a few others. Like, I beat the first Final Fantasy... Like, Final Fantasy 1, or... Let's play Final Fantasy... Well, okay, I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 7 on Switch because it was like... I felt like I really should, but I was having trouble with it. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1. Oh, nice! What did you think about it? Because I got the Pixel Remaster Collection. It's just a suffocate. Yeah, it really is. You're not wrong, Dega. Is ancient. Yeah, I love Final Fantasy 14 so much. I got so much hours in that game. Yeah, I know people love Final Fantasy 14. Decided to train kids to treat animals this way. Yeah, society. Schlocky. Or Shockley? More than I thought I would. Well, that's good. I played 10, 7, 15, the MMO 14. Yeah, I remember back in the day when I first started using Steam, Final Fantasy 11 was the only Final Fantasy available on Steam. So I bought it, not realizing it was an MMO. And then they wouldn't refund me when I was like, oh, can I get this refunded? I knew 13 but never played it. Yeah, 13's, to my understanding, quite divisive. For me, before Final Fantasy 1, it was 10, 13, 13-2, and 14. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been a Nintendo kid for a long time, so, like, I didn't have access to a lot of Final Fantasy games. So, oh my. Tried 16, still haven't finished. I do need to play 16. I got 16, both digitally and the, like, physical deluxe edition. 16 is okay. That's the thing, 16, on papers, to me at least, sounded like it would be the best one. I'm kind of surprised that the reaction to it has kind of been like, it's okay. At 15, I've not played it, but I'm going through the older games first. Oh, okay. Well, let me know what you think of each. Because I'd be curious to hear. 10, 10-2, 13, 13-2, and 16. 10 is my favorite. That makes sense. I have the Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2, like, HD remaster collection on PS3, the collector's edition. But I'd probably play it on, like, PS4 or something if I were to to play it. Same 10 is my favorite, it was my first. Own everything up to 16 except 11 and 14, because I don't know. Yeah, fair. But I've yet to really play the others. Yeah, I wanted to play 7, because I was like, it's the one, like, everyone talks about, so... I started playing it, and I didn't dislike it or anything, but the combat system was very strange for me. And, I I just didn't get very far. PC port is wonky. Oh, is it really? I did not know that. Unfortunately, though, it is time for me to get going, because I have a stream cutoff time. But still, I will be back with more of this. I try and stream every other day, so Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific. Although currently, Thursdays are impacted by treatment, but this Thursday is the release of the Switch 2, and I will be streaming, so I hope to see you there for that. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for coming by. I have a Discord if anyone is interested, !Discord, or there's a link in my bio. It's the best place to keep up with my streams, as well as chat with me and other cool people. Yeah, good. I'm glad you had a good time. I had a great time. This is a lot of fun. I should play more Pokemon on stream. But, yeah. What else? What else was I gonna say? Yeah, that's I'm gonna raid someone, so if you have a suggestion, please let me know, otherwise I'm sure I can find someone. And yeah. Yeah, this and Returnal. I'm alternating between this and Returnal. I'll probably do a Mario Kart World stream, because that's what I'm gonna get on my Switch, too. But, I don't know if I'd make that a consistent thing. Yeah, I mean, my plan for Thursday is unbox and play Switch 2. So, you know, since I can only really afford Mario Kart, that's what I'll get. Let's see, who's live now? Who can we raid? Unbox it. Yeah, oh yeah. It's super cool. I'm so excited. I want to get a Switch 2 in Mario Kart. I hope I can snag one. I've been hearing supplies are actually pretty good. I mean, granted, it's hard to gauge exactly how many people will want, but like, I've been hearing. No, it's the 5th, which is a Thursday. This is a thing, like, Nintendo and games in general have all been. Well, due to the price, but I'm a viewer. Oh yeah, well hey, I understand. For me, I'm a Nintendo fan, so like of course I'm very excited, but I don't blame anyone for not being able to afford it. Especially not if tariffs continue to screw over pricing for everything. More for my 90 than this. 90? I don't know what you mean by 90. That the same, I just won't get one yet. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've been seeing reports all over that stores are getting hundreds of units, so I'm hopeful that there won't be any, you know. Even as a pro member, my Switch will only give me... Oh, I see what you... Yeah, the trading into GameStop is not as good. On Amazon, yeah, I hope so. I don't know how Amazon's gonna handle it. But here, let's raid Sunny Glow, who is playing the Master Chief Collection. Yeah, it'll sell out quick, but I mean, if you are quick, you could probably do Amazon. Bots, yeah. That's true. Yes, Sunny Glow. There we go. Sunny is playing Halo 4. Yeah. Say try. Yes. But anyway, yeah, I am so grateful because years ago my community gifted me enough money to buy a keyboard, and so I was like, which would you guys prefer I get? And they chose the one that's like much more clicky. So it's pretty loud. But yes, !raid will send my raid message, so you can copy and paste that and send it in the chat when we get there. Oh, I need to initiate the raid. Um, yeah. If I were to get a new keyboard, I would definitely choose a more quiet one. Yeah, if I can't get on it. Yeah, fair enough. I wish you luck, Nightbloom. But yes, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later. And let's go raid. Bye. Thank you again. Bye.